Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are trying something new in The Sims 4. So what we're going to be doing is I'm curious to see if I can make a rental that's like a campsite. I want to see if I can create a bunch of camping areas and like that's like kind of like people that are maybe down on their luck. Maybe they're doing the Rags to Riches quest and they kind of want to live in like a little community. Or they're just like camping and they just want to camp. Anyway, so I am building a bathroom for them because let's face it, it's kind of rough already. And then I feel like if they don't have anywhere to shower, to wash up, or like go to the bathroom, it makes it even rougher. So I did build this bathroom and I did add the garbages, which you'll see here in a minute. We're just speeding right along. I don't know if I'm going to talk through the whole thing, to be honest. But let's see. I kind of wanted to make it look grungy, kind of run down, but still functional. Putting on the roof. And I really like these metal ones because they have like that see-through to the topping. You see the little light speckles. I love that. I feel like it really just kind of says run down. And so I do the other one that has the bigger skylights. That's what they're called, skylights, in it to make more light come through, and you can still see the light dots. But I did add regular lights as well. Kind of mismatched the mirrors on purpose, adding a foundation. And then added this little covered area, which I was struggling a little bit with this roof thing because I really wanted the roof to come down and past it, and I was making it way harder than it needed to be, honestly. And I was like, oh, I need to add like ceilings so I can do the roof again. And I was like, no, I can just pull it over and it's fine. Sometimes we make things harder than they need to be. So here I'm adding in the dumpster, and I tried to do two. I really wanted two in there, but it just didn't work out. So I did a dumpster and then two like recycling ones, because I feel like that's something we might see. So now we're going to get going into finishing this up. I thought we were going to start the other bit, but we did not yet. We're just finishing this building, make it look aesthetically pleasing. And then I didn't like where it was, so I ended up moving it over there. And I didn't know what to do with the mailbox, and so I just kind of fiddled with that a little bit. But here we go. So basically what I figured out, or hoped I should say, is that what we could do is I could just put down a foundation which creates a room, which is basically, essentially what we're doing when we're doing the rentals. We just say, hey, this room is a rental, or this space is a rental. And the foundation creates that room or that space. And so I was like, I bet you I can make this like a tent thing. And so I wanted them to have very basic needs met here. They have food, they have shelter, and they have light. And then I just copy pasted that because, why work harder when you can work smarter? And then I wanted them to have, of course, a little camping pit, not a bonfire because that's just too big. And then we're just going to deck that out. And, I was looking for something that just screamed kind of grunge, but then I decided to go more with camping. So I changed the colors of the tents. We're almost done. This video is very short, you guys. We're like halfway through. And then, of course, I had to do my trees and my deco to kind of make a divide between the campsites so that they do have somewhat privacy in a world full of not privacy for these guys. But the goal, of course, is to also make sure that there is still walkable paths, still usable things. And, during this whole time, I wasn't really sure if this would work still as a rental or if this was just going to be weird. I don't know. It was concerning for me. And, I added a step onto that building, but I wasn't sure if it was actually necessary or not. But I just wanted to make sure they could access it. So here we're just doing the greenery. I did have my move objects on, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't have fit, overlapped very well, making it look lush. Quick save, making them into their rentals spaces, which this part made me feel really happy and sure that this was going to work. Because the fact that I could make them a rental at all was like, yes. Doing some groundwork here. Because, sometimes you do all the building and you forget to do the terrain. And it doesn't look the best. And so it's good to make sure you do the terrain too. And we are going to test this out, guys and girls, and whoever you are, whatever you identify as, because I do want to make sure that it is a working lot. It looks really pretty at night. Looks kind of dark. Just kind of getting a view of it, like kind of on its own. And we're going to pop out and we're going to put people in today because I do want to see if it actually works. And so there it is from the outside. It's just that really far back lot in Brindleton Bay. Oh goodness, that was a bit of a tongue twister. So I'm just gonna throw in some of my my Sims that I've made, and we're just gonna do that real quick. And we're gonna slow down so it's not too dizzying through this. We're just gonna pop him in, and let's see if we can do it. And look at that. It's one very, very red star. But you guys, it's doable. Look at this. We're getting Sims in there. I didn't want to create a Sim because I just didn't have the patience for that today. And I've got lots of Sims that I've made. And this is a new town that I've made. It's a new save because I needed more space. And so these guys are not actually anywhere in the towns right now for this save file. This is a nice little group right there. And then I don't know if I want to do pets yet into this one. Let's do these guys. We're just gonna pop them in there. Look at this is working though, you guys. I'm just like, yeah. I'm gonna see these guys. Let's get some women in here too, so it's not all men. I made a bachelor pad a while back for another save, and so I have a lot of bachelors that were made for my Bob and Eliza game play that I was doing off screen. Because I do play on my own too. I don't just build. You know what? Let's add a kid. Let's get her and her kid in here. Get a little diversity. And that's all of them. We just have 5 rentals. And we're going to go ahead and go in there. See if it works. Just a quick loading screen. Here we go. We're loading in. And there's actually one of our neighbors now. Let's see. We're just gonna ignore all those. Looks really pretty. Looks very campy. I like it. He's running off doing his thing. And as you can see, maybe... Okay, we got all things. But the other sites are travelable, like you travel to them. So that means they're not accessible, which means they are functioning as independent rental locations, which is exactly what we wanted. Later on, she can do dumpster diving if she needs to get some deals, to sell things and make money. She has a lot of money right now because I just popped them in there. I didn't like zero out any of their monies yet, which is something that I would probably do if I was playing this for myself, because as you guys probably have heard by now, I do enjoy doing Rags to Riches, which this feels like a really cool way to do like Rags to Riches with kind of a community of other people doing Rags to Riches. Anyway, we are done with this video. I did narrate through the whole thing. That's a first for The Sims for me. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned and was inspired, because I'm impressed this worked out, honestly. I wasn't sure if it would. I wasn't sure if this was going to fail. I hope you're having a great day, night, or whatever time it is for you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!